Okay, in this video tutorial, I will discuss about chapter 1, which is Introduction to Computing. Okay, here are some of the basic terms in computing that students need to know. The first one is called a computer. What is a computer? Computer is a device that accepts input, processes the data, and produce output, or you can store the result of its action. So what does input mean? Input mean the user entries or activities that tells the computer what to do. Process is where the computer perform action based on the instruction from the user or from a program. Output is the result that the computer sends output to you. Okay. Typically, the result appear on the computer screen's monitor or in the printer. How about storage? Storage is the ability for the computer to hold or remember the information it processed. Okay, these four functions are part of a process called information processing cycle. Let me draw you a diagram here. It's called input, process, output, and store. What is an example of input device? Example of input device is like keyboard, right? Keyboards, mouse, okay, camera. These are called input devices. Okay. How about process? Where the computer processes the data? The computer processes the data in the CPU. Okay. So here is the CPU. CPU comes in two different brands. Okay, the first one is Intel and the other one is AMD. Okay, so the computer processes the data in the processor. Okay, in the CPU. Let me show you what CPU looks like. CPU Intel. This is how the CPU Intel looks like. Okay. Generally speaking, it costs about $300 here. As you can see that this is Intel 8 Gen. That means it's 8th generation Core i7. Okay, i7 costs about $300 for that. Some of them even cost more. Okay, because they have a better speed, which is 4.7 gigahertz turbo, which costs $349. Okay, this one has only for the speed. Let me see. Okay, actually this one is almost the same thing, but the cache, look at the cache. This one is a newer model. Usually it has more cache than that. Okay, so you have i7 and then you have now they come with a new one, which is i9. Okay, so generally speaking, in Intel you have Intel i7. Okay, the new one is called i9. This is very expensive. I don't think you are going to purchase right now. You have i7, okay, and then you have i5 and i3. Okay, so always try to purchase the latest CPU, because as technology advances so quickly, you don't want to have your technology become obsolete so fast. Okay, provided that you have the fund to purchase. Output, what is output devices? Output devices is like the monitor. Output device is like, for example, monitor, right? Printer and overhead projector. Overhead projector. Okay, so these are some example of output device. How about storage? Where you can store the data, either in the USB or in the hard drive, or maybe you can save that in the CD or DVD. Okay. So as you can see here on slide number 2, you need to know the basic understanding of computer. Computer is a device that accepts input, processes the data, produces output, and you can store the information. This is called the IPO model. IPO models. Okay, the next one, the textbook talks about hardware. What is hardware? Hardware is the physical device that make up a computer system. These are called hardware. Example of hardware: printers, mouse, keyboard. These are called hardware because people can actually see and touch the computer. How about software? Software is a program. Okay, software is a program. There are two different kind of a program. The first one is called system software. System software. Okay, system software is example of it is like the operating system. Okay, system software is used to control the activity of the hardware. Okay. For example, as you can see, this operating system helps the computer to run and manage its resources. Example of operating system like Windows 10, okay, Mac OS, or Linux, Ubuntu. Okay, so these are some examples of it. How about application software? Application software is a program that helps user to perform a variety of activities. For example, you can have Office 2016 that have Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Access database. Okay, so these are called application software. Remember, you have hardware and you have software. Okay, software basically is a program, and there are two kind of a program. It's a system software and application software. All right, let's talk about the next one. Data. What is data? Data is individual facts or pieces of information. Okay, let me give you an example. Okay, this is called data. AA 570 630 830. Okay, these are data. Okay, so data is individual facts or pieces of information. They are raw material that we can use for the creation of information. AA 570 630 830, these are data. But if I mention to you that my flight is arrived, my flight is American Airlines flight number 570, departing from Dallas Fort Worth 6:30 p.m. and arriving in McAllen at 8:30 p.m. That means that is information because we use this data for us to make the decision. Okay, that's called information. Okay, what is network? Network is one or more devices that are connected together to share resources. Okay, here they define you as allow user to communicate and share information between computer. However, to make it easier for you to understand, I would define network as two or more devices that are connected together to share resources. What are the resources? Well, printer, for example, or internet services, right? For example, in our house, for example, in my house, I have 4 different computers. However, I only subscribe one Time Warner cable, or now they call it Spectrum. If I do not network my computer in the house, that means I need to have four subscription of Time Warner or Spectrum cable, and that's gonna cost me a lot of money. So I buy a wireless router or wireless network that allow me to split. Okay, let me show you how it looks like. Here I have a wireless router in my house. So when I get a Time Warner, I use these Linksys, okay, Linksys devices that allow me to split one Time Warner into 2 or more computer and other devices. Perhaps you can buy uh, not too expensive one, an inexpensive, so you can get it for $100 or maybe less than $100. Okay, so that is network. How about wireless network? Well, you have wire and wireless. Let me mention about wireless. Okay, wireless network, basically they send the data using radio wave signals, okay, or called Wi-Fi, wireless fidelity. The other one, you need to use wire, right? The other way to connect to the internet or to set up a network is using a wire. Okay, so you have wire and wireless. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, here they talk about some other basic term in computing, right? The largest network in the world is internet. Basically, billions of people and organizations are connected throughout the world. Let's say that people have computer in Asia, in Europe, in the United States, in Africa, and in South America. They all connected together. That make up a largest network in the world, which is called the internet. So no one actually owns the internet. Okay. Most of the individuals use internet to access web pages or call www. Okay, these are some of the different services of the internet. Okay, I would put this as the services. Okay, what the services that internet provide. You have www. Okay, when you want to browse on the internet, you need to type http www.cnn.com. that allow you to browse on the internet, or you may use internet, or you may use electronic email, right, to send electronic messages through email. In the past, I used to send mail whenever I want to communicate with my family overseas or abroad. But things change now. Things change, so we use email to communicate with others. Okay. I hope that all of you should have an email account. If you don't have an email account, please go to mail.yahoo.com. Open your email there. Okay. Let me see if I can log out from here. I want to sign out. So you can sign in here, open your email. If you don't have any email, you need to log out. Okay, add account. So here you just need to sign up. Okay, you need to sign up and then follow the instruction. Okay, cloud computing is basically you store your files and various applications online. For example, your iCloud is an example of cloud computing. Your SIMnet is also an example of cloud computing. Your Blackboard, these are stored in the cloud on the internet. So nowadays, people do not need to install a program anymore. Most of the applications are in the cloud. Your Gmail account, your iCloud account, your Blackboard account, and your SIMnet account, all of them are in the cloud. Okay. In the past, people need to install the program in their computer. Not now. Okay. Social media. I think most of you knows what social media is, like Instagram, Facebook, bloggers. Okay. All of these are part of social media. PC. Okay. What is PC? PC is microcomputer are meant to be used by only one person at a time, right? So you have desktop, you have all-in-one computer, and you have a laptop computers. Okay. You have notebooks, ultra portable computer, comfortable laptop, and Chromebooks. Remember, when you purchase Chromebooks, these are lightweight and inexpensive laptop that run on the Google Chrome operating system. It's not like Windows 10 or Windows 7. Okay, so the problem with the Chromebooks is some of the program require Windows to operate. Windows operating system. So you may need to be careful, but there are more and more programs now are compatible with Google Chrome. Okay. The next one is multi-user computer. I think I would like to stop here because I usually limit my lecture up to 10 to 15 minutes. Thank you.